What's up, my people? How on a day waiting they happen, waiting this up? Welcome back to our channel. We're going to continue from where we stopped yesterday. Yesterday we talked about Hushpuppi, Abba Kyari, and this became huge on social media. It's trending on Twitter, still trending on Twitter, by the way. And guys, you know, for someone as big as Hushpuppi to go into that American prison or you be arrested for such crime, we know heads will roll. You know, especially when it comes to like a plea bargain. It was shocking when we heard the news about the Super Cop himself, Super Cop, involving himself in things like that. Everybody was shocked. You guys know me, I like to explain gradually, just a gradual process, so we'll get there, right? The reactions of people. I'm not talking about like just Twitter or something. I'm talking about like big guys in the society, like former aviation minister, you know, I think Renaud Mockery also reacted to that, and also an investigative journalist as well reacted to that. I remember the investigative journalist saying Abba Kyari shot himself, you know, in the leg with that statement, because Abba Kyari released a statement after that defending himself. And again, what I just didn't get was when he included the Taylor part. Seriously, I thought we were done with Hushpuppi's news. Like, if I thought we were going to talk about it to be about, you know, his sentencing and all that. But again, we're talking about a plea bargain. I said in the previous video that it's a big fish, and when you catch a big fish, you know you're definitely going to catch other big fishes. That's your your avenue or a means to catch other big people doing this low-key. A celebrated police officer in Nigeria, one of the best in Nigeria in this. And this just reminds me again about Farouk Lawal. I would advise you check Farouk Lawal Otedola, the Otedola and Farouk Lawal's case. This guy has been building you know, his legacy. He's been building a good name for himself, and just one case shattered that. You know, this just reminds me of that legacy, and this guy just shattered it. Hushpuppi helped him out on that. Now, the news that we got after that was that a court in USA has issued an arrest warrant for the Deputy Commissioner of Police, because yes, the Deputy Commissioner of Police, Abba Kyari, over his links to Hushpuppi. You know, his real name Abbas Ramon, or Ramon Abbas. Of course, you know his nickname Hushpuppi. The US government, I think, should know their limits. I just wanted this personal opinion, though. Just this line. I think they should know their limit. You know, in African continent, U.S. government is issuing an arrest warrant to arrest a Nigerian citizen. Come on, how is that? You know, you can do that, but if the Nigerian government says no, then it's no, except he steps his foot on the American soil. I don't think the Nigerian government will allow that. And the reason why I said it is because they like protecting their own. It's in government. So they like protecting their own. This whole statement from the FBI came with pictures of 5 other people, apart from Hushpuppi, indicted over scheme to defraud a Qatari man, a particular man, a Qatari man. Going back to Kyari's case, I read the whole thing. According to that, the FBI, they said this guy abandoned his duties in Nigeria, went to have a good time, according to them, a good time in Dubai. Can you imagine? In Dubai, to have a good time. And Hushpuppi, according to them, sent a car to pick him up in 2019, September 2019. Now, the thing here is that still baffles me is the part where they said Hushpuppi, in the text messages sent back and forth between these two, Hushpuppi said, "I'm really happy to be your boy." That's number one. And also, "I promise to be a good boy to you, sir." What does that mean? You know, that shows that Abba Kyari and Hushpuppi has been in this for a long time. They've been doing it, like, you know, for a long time, if that is true. If it's true. Now, Hushpuppi also sent in a car to pick this guy up, shows how close they are, shows that he personally invited him to come live the life in Dubai. So that's another thing. You didn't know the source, or maybe you just ignored, and you still went to meet him. That shows that you know what you're doing. It's like there's no mistake here. And also, if you noticed, Kyari never denied arresting Vincent or Chibuzo, who was also part of the pictures released by FBI. He never denied that. He said, truly, we arrested him. And now the part I don't get again is where he started the tailoring part. Like, tailor, he reached out to them and stuff like that. We're going to read that so that you understand. Because he released a statement saying, let me read. Friends, Abbas, who we later came to know as Hushpuppi, called our office about 2 years ago that somebody in Nigeria seriously threatened to kill his family here in Nigeria, and he sent the person's phone number and pleaded we take action before the person attacks his family. We traced and arrested the suspect, and after investigation we discovered there wasn't an actual threat to anyone's life, and they are long-time friends who have money issues between them. Hence we released the suspect on bail to go, and he was not taken to any jail. Nobody demanded for a kobo from Abbas Hushpuppi. Our focus was to save people's lives that were purported to have been threatened. Later, he saw some of my native clothes and caps on my social media page, and he said he likes them, and he was connected to the person selling the clothes. And he said, this is the part I was like, how come you just go down to the tailor? And that's what the investigative journalist said. He said this guy just shot himself in the leg. Let's continue. Selling the clothes, and he sent about 300k directly to the person's account. The native clothes and caps, 5 sets, were brought to our office, and he sent somebody to collect them in our office. Nobody demanded any money from Abbas Hushpuppi, and nobody collected any money from him. We responded to a distress call he made on threats to his life, and released the suspect when we discovered there was no life threat from the suspect. This is the true story. Vincent, he's alive. He can be contacted. For those who are celebrating that this is an indictment on us and mentioning some fictitious big money, they will be disappointed once again, as our hands are clean and our records of service for 2 decades is open for everybody to see. They will continue seeing us serving our fatherland, and we will continue responding to all distress calls from all Nigerians, provided they are life-threatening. So the investigative journalist Fisayo analyzes his response, and he said this. Let's read in his words. In paragraph 4 of the statement he released this morning, Super Cop Abba Kyari shot himself in the leg. While the 4th paragraph is significant, paragraphs 1 and 2 hold the keys. By Kyari's own account, Hushpuppi reached out to say someone was threatening his family in Nigeria. The police arrested the person, investigated, and found out that there wasn't an actual threat to anyone's life, and they are longtime friends who have money issues between them. By that account, Hushpuppi deceived the police. He fed them the wrong information, wasted the time, and caused them to unjustly detain the victim. As a crucial figure in crime fighting at the highest levels of the police that we are made to think Kyari is, Hushpuppi's deceit would have been considered serious offense, and on that basis, I cannot see why later Kyari linked Hushpuppi to his tailor. Later, not before. Someone lied to the police, and after discovering this lie, a senior police chief then goes on to arrange for the deceiver to interact with his tailor and pay him 300,000 naira. This guy is making sense. And then the tailor couldn't send the clothes to any of Hushpuppi's friends or family, but it was to the office of the police. Unless we are saying crime fighting at that level is a huge joke. And of course, Femi Fani-Kayode, former aviation minister, has this to say, supporting Abba Kyari. And after that, we're going to read Renan Mokri trolling Kyari. Now, he said, FFK, a super cop that has risked his life protecting us from kidnappers, murderers, on terrorists all these years, and that has arrested more criminals than any other, is accused of taking bribes from a Yahoo boy and scammer all the way from America, and we are expected to believe it, not me. Abba is one of the bravest, brightest, and best cops in Nigeria, and I will not believe these crazy allegations leveled against him or condemn him unless I see any evidence to the contrary. He have proved himself over and over again when it comes to catching criminals, and I do not believe that he is one himself. If he were, he would not have such an excellent record in combating crime. Nigerians seem to take delight in believing and assuming the worst about their best. That is part of our problem. We love and celebrate the evil, but we despise, hate, and seek to pull down the righteous and good. As far as I'm concerned, there are as many crooked, bent, and killer cops all over the world as there are good ones, and America has its fair share of both. Show me the evidence or keep your mouth shut forever. I urge Abba to continue the good work he has been doing and not allow himself to be distracted by his numerous distractors. This is a deep conspiracy to destroy his career, and it will not work. Well, Reno Mockery troll him here, saying, for your native wears and other fashion, Super Cop Abba Kyari is your man. Kyari is a tailor that caters to the high and mighty in the world of crime. Do you know a fraudster or a notorious Yahoo boy? What are you waiting for? Give him Kyari's number. Without further ado, Kyari the fashionista will even arrange delivery to your place of crime anywhere in the world. Guys, this is it. Let me know what you think about that. The IGP, Inspector General of Police, said they are investigating the matter. Fingers crossed on that. Guys, let us move straight to the next one. We've got a story which a lot of people refuse to believe, involving the Ministry of Finance, Budget and Planning. Now, the report says that armed robbers invade Nassara Ministry of Finance, reportedly cut away 100 million naira. And how did that happen? You know, they went to a commercial bank to withdraw money. Now, according to them, their intention was to pay the workers with the money, 100 million naira withdrawn from the commercial bank, right? Now, I'm just thinking, you know, about this. How? I mean, we have banks can actually transfer. Like, if you want to pay like 30 workers, it's very easy. You just pay into their accounts directly. Why do you have to go through the stress? Do you do this every month? You go through the stress of going to the bank, withdraw money and pay them cash. Why can't you pay it directly into their account? And that's number one. If you're going to even withdraw such money, why not go with security? That's another thing. It's just confusing, the whole thing. But again, they said this guy trailed them from the commercial bank, the armed robbers, down to the premises, you know, the premises, and they robbed them there. They shot sporadically in the air, everybody lied down, and they snatched the money and ran away with it. You know, the story just somehow, I don't really, thinking about it, I just don't really understand the story. But the point here is 100 million naira is gone. So is that either there was an insider who set them up, or the money is not even up to 100 million naira, and you know, the robbers are somewhere now saying, oh, we didn't, that money is not up to 100 million naira. Yeah, but I just thinking out loud. Okay, guys, let me know what you think about that in the comment section below. Guys, remember yesterday we talked about Jaruma. And Jaruma said that Kayamata, a product, can't work on Obi Kubana because Obi Kubana has spiritual protection. And someone here says, because Obi Kubana reacted to that, by the way, through this person's comments. This person says, if Jaruma no work for your body, na heaven straight to. And he replied, Odogu na heaven get me na. After all, na from her mouth to God's ears. Well, that's Obi Kubana's reply. Let's move straight to the next one. Government kidnap popular nightclub owner Onyitari in Bayelsa, Ajanami in Bayelsa. Wow, I just got this report this morning. A 43-year-old man was kidnapped in Bielsa, a popular nightclub owner and of course a millionaire. So guys, let me know what you think about that. But they said the police are on the matter. Moving on, here we've got Osifo. The remains of the murdered CEO of Super TV will be laid to rest today. The mother gave a speech. Let us quickly read that. She said her son was generous to a fault and died an undeserved death. In her words, God knows he did not deserve what those people did to him. My heart bleeds to him anytime I remember. He was generous to a fault. It took death for me to know how loved he was. He has been robbed of the joy of seeing a project he spent 7 years working on. He has been denied the joy of seeing his children grow up, go to the university, get married, and make him a grandfather. These are wishes of every parent. His love for his children cannot be quantified. No way. That's what the mother said. Moving on to the next news. Here we have Kefi, the singer who died in 2014 of lung failure, I think, yeah, on our way to Chicago. Just so sad. I think Kefi, I was a big fan. This time was the time I realized that celebrities die. I'm telling you, funny enough, yeah, that was what changed my mentality about death. Like anybody could die at any time. It's crazy. It's been 7 good years. And look at people that are gone, like top celebrities, you know, died. Dagreen, Kefi, MC Love, you know, more. And let me read this. I have betrayed and let down my dear sister. Guilt-ridden friend of late gospel singer Kefi, right after visiting a bushy graveside in Delta State. So he said he's not been taking care of the graveside and, you know, the environment where she was buried and stuff like that. So he felt guilty for that. We can't read the statement now. It's a long one, but I just feel like this is a guy that I feel pained, you know, after our death. Moving on to the next news. Here we've got an emotional moment here. It's a kind gesture, I'll call this. This guy came to buy corn from this woman, and he promised that he's going to return with some money. He promised to help the woman, by the way, to come back and help the woman. And he actually came back and he gave the woman over 100,000 naira. Let's watch this video. Okay guys, moving on to the next one. We're just going to read this headline. Biafra belongs to Ijaw, not Igbos, Asari Dokubo claims as he reviews why he and Nnamdi Kanu don't get along. They've been on this issue for a long time. Asari Dokubo and Nnamdi Kanu. They'll be fight, especially Asari Dokubo, fighting Nnamdi Kanu. Anytime he put out a video, is about Biafra and Nnamdi Kanu. Anyways, just want to keep you guys in the loop. Moving on, the actor Ugezu says the US dollar most likely will exchange 900 naira to $1 by December 2021. It is happening because the people fighting to hold on to power do not understand the dynamics of money making in a free economy, and they will not allow those who can turn things around. We are in a mess in Nigeria. 1982, $1 was 2 naira. Well, he's right. We're gradually talking about Nigerian situation. Recently, the president went to the Global Education Summit, and he said you cannot succeed outside your educational qualification. Mr. President, if Mr. President don't have anything to say, I don't see anything, because like 60% or like 70% of the youths don't even have a job in Nigeria. We celebrate graduate every year, but no job, And again, others are of the opinion that maybe that's why his tenure is in shambles. But yeah, that's what I saw online. Let's watch this video.
Yeah, more of that. Let me come to you, President Buhari, because in some ways you represent what we fondly call the giant of Africa, right? You're the largest economy on the continent, the most populous economy on the continent. A significant part of that economy are young people. And in my mind, Nigeria has always held the place that education was, at an individual and societal level, was seen as such a critical issue. That it was a real predictor of social mobility, that individuals could use education to pull themselves up from poverty into success. And then a society would transform itself at an aggregate level because it was educated and could be better citizens. How do you think about that critical challenge, given the significant numbers of people in Nigeria and the various disparities that exist?
Thank you. Thank you very much. I think you said it all. Being over 200 million and the size of the country itself is a major challenge for any administration.
Absolutely.
But lately people have realized that education is a starting point.
Yes.
Anybody who missed the opportunity of receiving education has missed everything. Because you cannot succeed outside your educational qualification. This is very clear to everybody, hence the fight for opportunity for education is very, very severe. The problem of infrastructure, physical and intellectual. Physical is the sense of classrooms, equipment,
textbooks.
Intellectual, the teachers, and convincing those who are really qualified to go into teaching profession. Teaching profession, you would rather go where engineers are wanted, where they will award contracts,
yes,
rather than fight children day in and day out. So I assure you that Nigerians are acutely aware of the priorities of education. And they are going all out to make the necessary savings and make the necessary inputs to make sure that their children and their world get the opportunity to have the best of education.
Okay guys, that's the video right here. Here we've got Atiku saying Nigerians can't wait for 2023 to come so that PDP will return. Mr. Man, speak for yourself. Please. Sir, speak for yourself. Don't speak on our behalf, please. Okay guys, that is it. Let's move straight to the question of the day. Let me know, is this sense or nonsense? Sarkodie, the Ghanaian rapper, says it's only poor men who are mostly found in the kitchen helping out their women in the name of love. Well, that is it guys. Let me know what you think about this in the comment section below, or leave your answers in the comment section below. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, yeah. Until see you next time, peace. God.